Greetings. In this session, we are going to learn robots in continuous arc welding, which is a part of unit number 6. This is lecture number 4. Later on, we will study robots in spray coating as well. However, in this session, we are going to learn only robots in continuous arc welding. I am Abhijit Kulkarni from Department of Instrumentation and Control, KBT College of Engineering. In this particular session, we are going to explore program outcome number 1 to scale 2, program outcome number 2 to scale 1, program outcome number 3 to scale 2, PO4 also to scale 2, and PO5, that is scale 1. PO5 is going to, I mean to say that the modern tools which are used in this particular application are LabVIEW and fast Fourier transform as well. We know that the scales are associated on 1 to 3, where 1 represents poorly explored program outcome, 2 represents moderately explored PO, and 3 represents exceedingly well explored PO. Okay, let us come to the point now. So in case of continuous arc welding, we are looking at one of the type of continuous arc welding, that is gas tungsten arc welding. It is also called as GTAW. It is taken from the book which is published by Springer, that is reference 1. This process is based on the electric arc established between a non-consumable electrode of a tungsten and the workpieces to be joined. Heat generated by the electric arc is added to workpieces, forming a weld pool. The weld pool is protected from air contamination by a stream of inert gas, that is argon or helium, or a mixture of gases. So that is in general about gas tungsten arc welding. Now let us look at different process parameters which are used in this one. There are multiple process parameters. The first process parameter is current. The current could be AC or it could be DC as well. AC current will be preferred in the cases where aluminum and magnesium welding is there, whereas DC currents are also used in these applications. Now this the current that is passing through the electrode affects weld bed shape, welding speed, and quality of weld. Now if we look at this diagrammatic representation, it shows on y-axis current is there and on x-axis time is there. You will find that there are some positive peaks present over there and there are some negative peaks. So and this is electrode. This means that this is the amount of current passing through the electrode in the continuous arc welding, and in positive peak we are going to get cleaning effect. Cleaning effect means removal of refractory aluminum oxide layer. It is also called as spatter. And in negative pulse, it is a heating effect. This heating effect is used for penetration depth during welding. So this is how a pulsating square AC current wave is used in continuous arc welding. Now let us look at the process parameters. First one was current, second one is welding speed. The welding speed may range from 100 millimeters per minute to 500 millimeters per minute, or it may be different depending upon application. The third process parameter is arc length. It could be 2 to 5 millimeter or different in case of different applications. The fourth parameter is shield gases to prevent contamination. The flow rates are 4 to 10 liters per minute for argon and 10 to 15 liters per minute for helium. Filler metals are used to provide a good quality weld. And the sixth parameter is electrode vertex angle. It could be between 30 degrees to 120 degrees. Now these are the points from reference number 1. Now we are going to look at a part of research paper which is published in year 2017. So actually this is a special section on key technologies for smart factory of industry 4.0. It is from IEEE Access, and this is second reference, and it is image processing of, the paper title is image processing of aluminum alloy weld pool for robotic VPPAW based on visual sensing. So this is written by Jiang et al. It's volume number 5 2017, and these are the page numbers 21567 to 21573. Now there are some keywords which are used in this particular application, like industry 4.0, aluminum alloy, variable polarity, plasma arc welding, welding camera, image of weld pool, LabVIEW vision module, fast Fourier transform, characteristics of weld pool width. So VPPAW is variable polarity plasma arc welding. Now the advantages of variable polarity plasma arc welding are small welding defects, good cathode cleaning effect, strong penetration ability, and small deformation. So the advantages are small welding defects, good cathode cleaning effect, strong penetration ability, small deformation of workpiece. So these are the advantages of variable polarity plasma arc welding. Now let us look at the program outcome number 2, that is problem formulation. The author says that in the earlier published literature, reflection from aluminum alloy causes strong interference edge extraction of weld pool. I will repeat this statement because it is a complex statement. The author says that in the earlier published literature, reflection from aluminum alloy causes strong interference. Interference means noise interference in edge extraction of weld pool. So this edge extraction of weld pool means image processing related part. So in this particular part, there is a noise interference, strong noise interference. So the authors have found a solution. In reference to a passive visual sensing system is constructed, melting width information is extracted. So these are the solutions from the previous findings, from the problems which are present in the previous findings. This is the first reference. Let us move further. Now this is a figure. This figure is a test system setup in reference number 2. So this is a part of design and development of problem the authors have used, isn't it? So let us look at the components of this particular system. So this is a typical welding robot. The welding robot is of ABB company. So you will find that this is actually over here, the tool is a plasma torch. This is a big plasma torch over here. However, I have shown it in a simplified way over here. Now this is the weld. This is the welding seam present over here. I forgot to mention this particular part over here. I will mention that in notes shared with you. So then you will find that this plasma torch is going to have many inputs, and they are shown in a simplified form over here. Now which are those inputs? They are coming to the plasma torch. One is the gas. So this is gas cylinder. Then there is a power source. We have seen that it could be AC or DC. This is wire feeder. This is cooling water. So all these particular things will come over here for plasma torch. This hole is the workpiece, and this is where the welding takes place. Now there is a CMOS camera over here. This camera is aligned such that it will be in a position to capture the quality of welding, and you will find that the camera has a capture range of 40 frames per second, and the shooting distance is 360 millimeter. This means that this distance is 360 millimeter. Now this CCD camera is connected to the PoE connector. So this is a communication connector present over there. In the reference they have not mentioned what is exactly PoE connector present over here. So this through this particular connector the CPU communicates with the sensor. Now this is about the test system setup authors have used in reference number 2. Then now they have some welding process parameters. Now these are the real welding process parameters. So we can mention that this is we are extracting the knowledge from data interpretation. So this is program outcome number 4, and the scaling is 2 that I thought upon. So you will find that the positive current is 150 ampere, negative current is 190 ampere. So we have seen the pulsating waveform. Then positive and negative pole duty ratio is there. So the positive current is remaining 82% of the time, and negative current is remaining 190% of 18% of the time. And the plasma gas flow rate is 0.8 liters per minute, and the welding speed is considerably low, that is 2.5 mm per second. You can easily imagine this welding speed. Now let us look at the image processing of weld pool. So what is done in the image processing of the weld pool? This is a processing flow. So these points are the part of processing flow. So target area interception is there, that is the field of view. You can say which image is to be extracted. Then the B part is image inversion. You can try image inversion in paint application. Then C part is thresholding. Then D part is morphological processing. E is fast Fourier transform low pass filtering, and last is the canny edge detection. These parts are the part of image processing of weld pool. Now there should be question in your mind, why this image processing of weld pool is done. So you will find that the next two parts are edge curve fitting from the image, extracted image, and the last part is weld pool width extraction. So this is the most important part. This is why the authors have worked upon this particular work. So this edge curve fitting, the information algorithm of the edge curve fitting is taken from reference number 27. This reference 27 is mentioned in reference 2. Now this image processing of weld pool is done for feature extraction of weld pool geometry. So this is an important part. This from the weld pool geometry they find out the physical dimension, that is width extraction. Now let us move further from page number 3 to page number 4, that is the last page. Now this is the comparison of measured and detected pool width. This is important part. This is comparison of measured and detected pool width. So you will find that this is a table over there. The first column is a positive current in amperes, 150, 160 and so on up to 160. So there are a total of 5 readings. Then the weld speed is varying from 2.5 millimeters per second up to 2.75 millimeters per second. Now this is the actual weld seam width. This is the actual weld seam width in millimeters. So this is 9.54 and up to 8.91, that is about 10 millimeters. And then image detection width. This is what we have seen on the page number 3, which is 9.62 and up to 9.14. So the percentage error is 0.84 up to 2.58, which is considerably less. This means that the author succeeded to identify the image width of the weld quality, isn't it? So this is very challenging point. And the negative current throughout all these particular readings is kept at 190 amperes. So from this one we can say that in this table PO4 is explored. So that is all about the continuous arc welding. Thank you very much.